So guys, here is iconic Kleopatra beach. It's very popular in Turkey, and you can see this is the blue flag beach. There is a blue flag panel, meaning it's a high quality beach. I don't think it's like blue flag are one of the best beaches. You can see it's like 3 kilometers, almost 3 kilometers long. It starts from this like Damlataş beach, which is there, and then it goes to the end in there. All kinds of services on this beach. For Turkey, it's I think it's really one of the best public beaches. You have all kinds of sports in there. So you have volleyball courts, you have paddle, you have tennis courts. Obviously you can run here. There is a nice promenade, so you can just run in the morning. You have sun lounges. Like there are a lot of like morning sheeps going on, and a lot of space also. It's a great sea. So you can see people are booking these kind of semi-private yachts. So these are like the positive things, but you know, practically what you should know, what is the can be like pros and cons of this beach. So basically all the hotels here are mostly like 4 stars hotels, because this is a public beach. Why there are 4 stars, I don't know. Probably because they don't have like a proper private beach. So this is the one experience you should know, because if you're accustomed for like a Turkish experience, meaning you want to have full all-inclusive, everything on the beach service, beach bars, nice cozy sun lounges, all the internet and stuff. So on this beach, again, this is public, so you don't have internet on this beach from your hotel. So your hotel usually is there, and they do not provide Wi-Fi for this beach, so you need to know that. Maybe some hotels do, but it's not super reliable, so you will need to get a SIM card for that specifically. Then the sun lounges are paid separately, so you need to pay for sun lounges, as you need to do in Spain and many other countries. But you know, in Turkey, a lot of people expect you just come to the hotel, everything is all inclusive. Not here. Again, this is public beach. You need to go and buy sun lounges. So it can be unexpected expense for some people. The price are always changing. In recent years in Turkey it's become quite expensive. I think not that expensive like Spain, but still I think, yeah, it's like at least 3-4 euro per unit per day. So like one sun lounge for euro, one parasol for euro. So you see like 3 people, 3 sun loungers, 12 euro, plus parasol 16 euro. That's already more than 110 euro per like 7 days holiday, for example. So yeah, so this is not included on this beach. You need to pay for that. I advise you to pay in your hotel, because in the hotel they offer some packages. If you pay like for 5 days, you get 6 days for free. And then what else? So beach bars are not on this beach. You know, in some hotels in Turkey you have proper beach bars where, you know, they have service, they have proper like kind of like a restaurant on the beach where people just going around and serving you food, cocktails, anything for free, because it's included. Not here. Again, you need to buy it separately. There are a lot of cafes down here and you need to buy it. Maybe they will bring it to you, maybe not. And some of them are just like, hey, you cannot actually bring a lot of your food to this beach. I haven't seen it, but people on the internet say that if you bring, you know, a lot of how to say, like coffee, which is supposed to be drinking in the bar, so if you bring all of these glasses on the beach, especially if you're in this area not like paid, then they will ask you why you bring in like all these glasses and all of that. Obviously you can bring your to-go coffee, but yeah, so again, this is not like where, you know, you have like a Turkey all-inclusive beach where you just sit on your sun lounge and people serving you food and cocktails. So do not expect it here, or you just need to pay it here. So that's just what people, you know, need to know if you come into this beach. If you come to this beach, you're looking for nature and the quality of the sea. Great sea, a lot of swimming. You really can swim a lot in here. Great water. Also, another thing which people don't say usually is that this beach actually can be quite wavy. So especially, you know, in early May, probably in late autumn, I don't know, like there are waves on this beach. And this can be sometimes, if there is a storm, it can be like up to 2-3 meters, because the whole beach is like very big and there are no like things which cut the waves. So if there is some like storm, for example, there was rain yesterday, big waves in my experience can last here for 2 days. So for example, yesterday, like on Tuesday, there was rainy day, you can still swim, but then there, like on Wednesday and Thursday, there still will be waves in here. That's my experience. It takes 2 days for sea to calm down here. It's not like a quiet sea. You need to know that. And also it goes deep quite fast, so it's not exactly for kids, I would say. So for kids, there's only this section right near the mountain. It's called Damlatash Beach, where I was swimming yesterday, and there it's nice. It's not that deep, but that's the only place probably in this beach where it's not the deep fast. Here you literally make like, I don't know, 5 steps and it's already more than 2 meters. So that's why there aren't that many like kids in here. You need to know that as well. You know, a lot of like tourist agents do not tell it, but yeah, there can be waves. It can be quite deep, but again, if you like nature and like raw kind of Turkish nature, this is a really cool place. Also, they have some paragliding here. You can see all the day. It's really nice picture. They just jump in from here. It's also cool. What else to say? It's a great place. The quality of sun lounges is not, I would say, the best. So if you're expecting some, if you have been to some like ultra all-inclusive Turkish hotels, there are much like softer sun lounges, which are already included. The sand here. So the sand, you see, it's not like super sandy. It's kind of like it's like that. Some people like it, so it's kind of like small rocks, and that's why the water is quite clean on this side. Because if you go to Oba side, there is a clear Oba beach, which is behind the mountain. The beach, the sand is always like super sandy, I say, and then the water is not that clean. Here the water is clean, but this is Damlatash part, where you have this like sandy beach, sandy, I don't know, like this kind of sand everywhere. And then if you try to go a bit further away, I think from the beach number, like, I don't know, 10, then you will see smaller and smaller sand, and then you will have a proper like sand there. Here you will see small rocks. Also, again, this is a public beach in Turkey. That's why it's not like super clean. Just to be honest, it's not super clean, guys. And I don't know why, like in Turkey, people just can't come together, and it will take 1-2 days of work and just clean it themselves. Because, for example, in Spain, some other regions, if you have this iconic beach, like local authorities make sure that this is actually super clean. Here you can see that there's these parts which belong kind of to the hotel. You can still swim there, like they're cleaner, but the moment it doesn't belong to the hotel, it's not super clean. So you need to know that. Yeah, also there are a lot of these ships coming around which are rented on other side. Just sharing my experience. Yes, then you can change your clothes. For example, there you can wash your food. This works. On other parts it doesn't really work. Also, there are sometimes no water. Again, it's Turkey, it's not like it's public beach in Turkey. So yeah, this works. 107, 106 works. Later there is some unfinished construction and so on. Also, like we see toilets. Again, they're paid in here. So you can see, for example, this one is like 20 Turkish lira. So you need to pay either cash or card, and then you can just see it down there. Personally, I like this part the most, like the beach number 6. So for people who don't know, this beach is divided on these sections. There are like more than 16 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 1 is kind of like Damlataş beach. Yeah, so this is near the mountain. It's really cool, great. It's not that steep, clear water, and so that part is really good. That people like it. Then area from like beach until like beach 7 also is really good. So this is beach number 6. This is good as well. Great, a lot of space. Actually, this Damlataş beach, I was there yesterday. It's really crowded. There are a lot of people there, and yeah, so it can be too crowded. I find this part much less crowded, more space, and the same kind of sea. Also, I found that on Damlataş the water is cooler. So it's literally cooler 1-2 degrees. The more you go here to the right, on the beach 6, the water is already like plus 1 degree. And then if you go to the very end, where there is sandy beach, the water is like 2 degrees warmer than in the Damlataş beach. So you need to, that's, I don't know why is that, probably because of some currents or things like that, but that's what it is. Personally, I like this part the most, like beach 6, 7, also Damlataş, but again Damlataş overcrowded. So this is a golden middle, beach 6, 7. So definitely recommended. These late beaches, maybe beach number 16 is good as well. It has, if you really like sand, then it's also good. But I don't know, there are kind of cheaper hotels there, and there are a lot of these rivers which kind of seem to be rivers, but I think they're still messing up a bit with this local kind of canalization. Maybe sometimes if there is super hot, the smell on these distant beaches there is not that great, to be honest, though, and sometimes they are not super clean. So this feels like number 6, 7, 8 better. Also, people are complaining that there are these, rocks. When you go to the sea, there is this kind of rocks. On the Damlataş they don't have it, and also on beach 4 I think they don't have it. On beach 16 there is clear, just the rocks and sand. I mean just the sand. But here on other parts there are, when you just enter the sea, there are some kind of like rock. You can see a lot of YouTube videos about that. I wouldn't say that this is a big issue for me. A lot of people were complaining about it, but for me this is just fine. You obviously need to be careful because it can be slippery, and in these rocks there can be some holes. Also, if there is a big wave, yes, then this is an issue because it's literally a rock, and if there is a big wave, this is not a good thing. But other than that, for me, these rocks are not a big issue. They're really small, and so that's fine. Again, just to sum it up, this is iconic beach in Turkey, one of the best ones, both in nature and services and sea. Again, you need to know this is not all-inclusive experience here. You come in here for nature and for the sea. If you want to have proper all-inclusive service on the beach, you still need to go to some like all-inclusive hotel, not on Kleopatra, somewhere else in Alanya or Balak or Sida. But again, amazing beach. So yeah, this is just my experience, just to help you out decide if you want to come here or not, or if you want to book one of those hotels, definitely recommend either like Riviera, Gardenia, Riviera, then Kahia. These are all like first line hotels in here. And also you have this cable car, also very popular scene. And yeah, Alanya overall, I think it's a great place if you want to do like a long stay in Turkey. You can stay here for a month, for 2 weeks, and it will be cheaper obviously than staying in like a 5-star resort all inclusive. If you want to probably stay like 6-7 days all inclusive, then probably you go to like a 5-star resort. If you want to save some money, you can go here. Then if you want to go long term in Turkey, Alanya is one of the best spots in Turkey. And also, yeah, definitely you need to visit this place if you wanted to know Turkey more. So yeah, hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.